how I did it, yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Way to do it, baby. Way to come on.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a
good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
He was brought down by...
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
It's a gain of
the numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 54 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Tannehill. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. Tannehill. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the one. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
Makes the score Eagles 3.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a former 5th-round pick of the Eagles. This is Dion Lewis. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
37-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now it's Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Score Eagles 3. Packers nothing.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run. This is Lewis. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down at the 15.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Over first and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal, getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
5-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia.
Complete to
Trent Taylor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
at their own 34-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing.
But I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the... You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. This is McCaffrey. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Tannehill on 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Complete.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
1st down, Eagles.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st down.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
8 yards on the pickup.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To the air again, Tannehill. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now Dion Lewis to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Dion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill to Boyle here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages
and 10 at the 35-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Emmanuel Sanders, incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Play action. It's Wilson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime, and due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilson. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56.
They run with Lewis out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Flushed out right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
56.
Now they'll run with Lewis. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They try again with Lewis. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Shotgun handoff for Lewis. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
The ball carrier.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Lewis. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Eagles 13.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nick Boyle.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing again is Tannehill. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start things on 1st down with Deion Lewis. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lewis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Second down and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this 3rd step. quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. A critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And it's complete to Kelsey. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Lewis. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the